Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Kayle, and I'm taking her against Viego because I don't feel comfortable enough taking her against Fiddlesticks yet, but I need to get the quest done, the one that involves going ahead and beating a 5-star or more adventure with Kayle. I really want those rewards. So this is what we'll do. Haunting Hall, Followed Wind, or Urumi's Shield. Haunting Hall might be synergistic enough with our deck. I mean, it does give our allies extra attack, so might be good enough, even though we don't really do a lot of killing of our own units, and we can't really swarm the board that much. We'll make it work somehow. Let's keep the Kayle's Blessing so we have a buff, and the Solaris Shield Breaker because it's good enough. I went ahead and did spend a little bit of money just so I could get Kayle's champion item, or the Starfire Spellblade. It's not really that satisfying just because it's one of those relics that only has any sort of value while you're playing it on the actual champion they released the bundle for. But I think the Kayle really needs the extra mana, starting at 4 mana instead of just 3 is the difference between winning the run and losing it in a lot of cases, in my opinion, just because the deck is way too slow otherwise. We'll be taking 6 damage here, but I think we've managed to stabilize somewhat. I can drop down the Kayle, but it might be a bit too early. And also just go for both Winged Messengers since they are buffed up to the point where they are elusive, and I can start going under the opponent. Or I can do this and try to bait the opponent into killing the Sacrificial Scholar. Except he didn't go ahead and block with the Arachnoid Horror like I expected. Unfortunate. But we're still fine. I can drop down Kayle here. I need to block like so in order to minimize the amount of damage I take. We're cutting it a little bit too close for comfort. Going ahead and losing all our units just like that. But it's fine. Kayle doesn't level up yet, but we're keeping up some sort of control of the board. Attack like so. I'll forego playing any other cards. Yeah, it was a good decision. Now I take 2 of the opponent's units off the board right away. And we're in a position where we'll be able to block the opponent's incoming attack.
My light shines, just and righteous.
And we leveled up Kayle, so we'll be able to win the the next turn. We just have to go for the attack. Except the opponent does that. Well, I can just
I deem you
do
lacking.
this and this, and then I can just block like so.
Not the way.
I can even... Nah, never mind. I was about to save the Sacrificial Scholar, but dropping down Kayle is better.
I am exalted.
I just want to go ahead and buff up Kayle enough so she can reach the point where she has double attack this turn, which we did manage to do. We'll do this. That's fine, because now we just attack like so, and we win the game. Units with double attack and overwhelm are so strong. Well, that was incredibly rough for a first showing of the deck, but
Shall have it.
it's to be expected. The first few games are always rough until you get the ball rolling with the... what's it called? Word presence and whatnot. We'll be alright. We still have the revive. We now have a way to heal ourselves. We can cheat the game out with Katarina sometimes, but that would require me to pick the Katarina bucket. Honestly, that's probably not that bad. I need to draw 4 cards and then I can play Katarina multiple times in a row. Do I want to go for that game plan? How consistent is that? We can draw 3 cards at best. Maybe with multiple... what's it called? Shield vaults, we'll be able to draw enough to make Katarina cost 0, but nah, that's not it. Let's do something better. Senna, Sejuani, or Jax. Yet again, these buckets are not that good. Let's reroll yet again. Jack, Kayn, Yuumi. Yuumi might be decent. It does give us some stat buffs, but the Kayn bucket gives us 2 free draws into something. And Kayn on its own is also not that bad, because it doesn't require that many synergistic pieces to be useful. Sure, I'll take the Kayn. Healer, gold chest, or shop. Mist Wraith. Bright Steel Protector. Let's be greedy and go for the healer. Let's see if I can go ahead and cut a card from my deck. I don't even know what card I would cut, but cutting a card will always be good. Except in the Fiddlesticks adventure, but we're not facing off against Fiddlesticks, we're against Viego now. Let's go Divine Clerk first turn. Okay. I think I want to go for the shield vault like so. Just to see if I can heal myself a little bit before the game properly starts. Yeah, that's something that happens, but it's alright, because I can just block with Kayn
I guard this flame.
And then can I save the Divine Clerk? No, I can't. So I suppose I'll just block like so. I've struck twice. Can I make it so Ken can strike twice? Maybe. I'll just do that. To buff Kane up, and there it goes. My game plan to level up Kane. I still have an option though. By doing this, I do have to use multiple sorts of buffing, but it's better than nothing.
Rage, let it loose.
And that does give us a little bit more sustain with Frost.
Fear my name.
So I suppose that's fine. And we will be able to drop down a rather large Keeper of the Box. Problem is all of these units that the opponent's summoning.
I see the heavens aflame, gods burning in starfire.
Can you stop? Need to block there, need to block there, but it's not good enough. The opponent just has more board presence than I do. Crap.
Neither time nor violence can end me.
What should I have done differently that game? Maybe I shouldn't have used the stun effect that early. That was probably it. Use the sun, and then I went ahead and didn't trade the Divine Clerk in a favorable manner. I think that was it. Well, we can try again. This time around we'll surely play better. Let's play the Solari Shield Breaker, Shield Bearer first. What the opponent does. Set it up nothing. I see. Well then,
We have gone long with
I'll take advantage of that fact to develop another unit and start dealing damage to the opponent's Nexus. There it is, there's the unit that gives the opponent a bunch of board presence. Well, fortunately we can just go like so and end up wasting most of the opponent's board. Now we can strike for free in the next turn. And again, that doesn't seem good enough. Let's drop down the Wounded White Flame then. Maybe if we can grow the Wounded White Flame a whole bunch, we'll be in a good position. Just like so.
cowards. Hush. I will not yield.
Level up him, but that's not the objective here. The objective is that I have Sacrificial Scholar with Shield Ball, and I have a rather large Wounded White Flame. We can go for a lot of plays here. Okay. Fortunately, we can just do this and protect our health. The opponent's still going to heal 6, however.
Is the only death.
And he's getting more Mist Wraiths. that would kill there or there. Yeah, let's drop down the kill then.
Blade shall illuminate the dawn.
The next turn the opponent only has one blocker. I can just pull said blocker with Kayle. And the game will be over. Hopefully. Unless the opponent has removal. He is trying to remove my unit. Oh, we're one off. There. Found the one. Oh, that was way closer than it should be.
Then labor.
And we ended up losing our revive. But everything is going to be okay. We don't need a revive anyway. We just need to play better. Every encounter. Entrancing Lure, Celestial Blessing, Pautiporo. I'm picking up the Pautiporo just because if we buff it up enough, it becomes a decent enough card. And for the card cut, I might just cut the Darkened Lodestone. I mean, what does it do for me? Or maybe the Pautiporo on its own. Or maybe the Keeper of the Box. I might just cut the Darkened Lodestone because we're not really playing it. Even though it's a decent card. It's way too slow. But we're drawing it for free at the game start, so it's not like it's taking up a deck spot anyway. Every decision is so hard. Is Pautiporo too optimistic? Honestly, I don't think so. You know what? I might just move along and not remove any cards from my deck. But that's bad. Yeah, I'll cut the Pautiporo, sure. Let's see if that ends up coming back to screw me over or not. Toss that back, toss that, keep the Sacrificial Scholar Shield Vault combo. This is a decent enough hand. Okay, so the opponent is playing Ethereal Remitter.
My faith protects me.
And the opponent might be a challenge, not that hard, right? Summon a 1-cost unit from your regions. The opponent's going to have a ton of ward presence. It's annoying. It could be worse. Let's go ahead and done there. And then I'll go for a gift giver.
It's difficult. These will protect you.
You can block there.
Shield me.
You can block there. There. We don't clear the board, but we don't really need to. Just need things to be good enough. I'll pass the turn. Kayle can work to kill one of the opponent's units, or maybe I can just play Ken and do that anyway. Yeah, I'll drop down Kayle.
I am the weapon.
Despised beasts of feeble mind.
And I'll do this. Yeah. Let's try and bait the opponent into go blocking with one of these units, just so I can save the Sacrificial Scholar with a Targon's Blessing, like so. Work on keeping control of the board. The encroaching mists are getting very large. Fortunately, you won't get one here. Actually, you got one here. Never mind. Crap. Block there, block there. We'll do that there. Keep buffing up the Sacrificial Scholar. He already has 3 spells inside of it, so we really need to let it die sometime soon in order to get more value. Things are tight, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to play the Keeper of the Box for the sake of healing.
The darkened dominion was always inevitable.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that there. Give that thing... Okay, we gave it regeneration, so we won't be getting our spells back anytime soon, unfortunately.
Spare the innocent, punish the wicked.
Well, at the very least we'll be able to heal ourselves by a lot with the Keeper of the Box and the Kayle. Maybe yeah, the correct play was to give over the Overwhelmer the extra attack, but it's fine. This is actually decent because it allows us to steal more health from the opponent's units. Yeah, that's all part of the plan. The opponent has 3 cards in hand anyway, so what's the worst that he can do? Not much, at least that's what I think.
Hope ascends.
And we're at the point where Kayle has double attack,
Clad in
so
shining sunlight.
everything's fine. Honestly, I'll trade in the lifesteal, just like so, in order to heal back up to full.
What news have you, divine lord?
And we'll do this. My plan is to give Kayle that increased attack and double attack on the double attack, and then do this to buff up my Overwhelmer. And we win here.
Don't you look excited?
Is that a... Okay, that is a kill. Lucky me. Oh, the games are not going
Been defeated.
as well as I expected. Let's see if we end up losing against Fiora or not. Sparing students, stalking shadows. And if summon another ally, give me +1/+1 this round. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Mihir is also tempting, but the sparring student might be better just because Mihir is too slow. Shop or card cut? Let's go for the shop. Urumi shield. Nah. Bastian disciple? No. Easy prey, I guess. Well, Cascade is a good card. And so is Mihira for 2 less. We're both definitely picking both of those up. And I suppose we'll cut something from the deck. The Blinded Mystic is a very tempting cut. So is the Gift Giver. And honestly the Sparring Student as well. I'm going to cut the Sparring Student. I hope I'm not making a mistake. Fiora.
Down the opposition.
He starts with a Fiora on board, which is a problem. Maybe I should try to aggressively mulligan for the stun effect. That's what I'll do at least. If I want to keep the Mihira, I'll keep the Mihira. Just because if I get lucky and hit some large buffs, everything might be fine. Okay, so let's see if the opponent tries to do something. Okay, with that his removal's gone, so I'm going to drop down the Mihira.
I'll write my own story.
My objective here is to hopefully buff up my units a whole bunch
Reporting
in
in.
hand. Mihira is probably dying here.
The finest blades for my
I need only one to win.
3 plus 2 is 5. Fiora gets plus 2, right? Yep. But she can't kill the Kayle. What, I'm going to drop down the Kayle. Work on leveling it up. Might be a good decision. Fiora gets closer to leveling up. But I feel like I can kill Fiora with Kayle the next turn. All I have to do is buff it up with a gem probably. Or with the Blessing of Targon. Do I want to risk playing something first? Honestly, no. No point in risking stuff. Let's just do this and hope the opponent doesn't have protection for Fiora, which he didn't. So everything's fine. And he isn't playing Fiora back,
She's not impressed.
which is weird. I would expect him to play Fiora again. In that case, I'll Sacrificial Scholar into Wounded White Flame. Try to keep some sort of board presence. Hope the opponent doesn't kill me in his upcoming attack. 29, 13. Okay. But this is fine because I can go ahead and save both those units. At the same time we're buffing up all the units on our hand. The point where we can just keep her off the box for a massive healing boost into the following turn. Just like so. I'll pull the largest attack one. Yeah.
I'll close my eyes, make it fair.
I'll buff this up, sure. I was thinking, yeah, between Shield Vault or the Blessing of Targon. I ended up choosing the Blessing of Targon just because it saved the Keeper of, or the Sacrificial Scholar. We get the maximum amount of value out of him by doing that.
We have need of you.
And we have stabilized. Luckily for us, he didn't have another Fiora in hand. Otherwise, he might have been in a pretty terrible position. Nope. Let's just deny that attack.
What message do you have to deliver?
Okay, the last card was Screeching Dragon. I was worried it would be something good. But it isn't, so everything's a-okay. In fact, I'm pretty sure I killed him this turn by doing this. Because I get multiple procs off of hallowed effect.
Safeguard our citizens.
Obey your master.
Ended up wasting the buff from the messenger, but it's fine. Because we're closing out the game with exact lethal to boot. Oh, let's see if we can get some good items on Kayle. She's been pretty lackluster so far. I think the fact that we don't have the 6-star upgrade is what's holding us back significantly. That upgrade that would allow us to just clear the board multiple times in a row if need be. Sure, enfeebling strike, I guess. But as it stands, the best thing we can do is just Stalker Blade something down. Battlesmith it is, because I feel like we would just die to the incredible boards that the other encounter is capable of putting out. Shield Vault is definitely a keep. If I could get a Scholar, that would be great, but I don't think we'll hit a Scholar here. Mihira or Shield Breaker. I'll drop down the Mihira to start buffing up my hand. We've only hit a decent set of keywords. Never mind, because the opponent summoned a massive unit. Fortunately, we can go ahead and drop that there. We'll be able to stun whatever the opponent attacks us with. Just like so. Minimize the amount of damage taken. Yeah, that's fine. We intend to drop down the gift giver, and then we'll just gem there. If I could get more gem generation, it would be great, because our gems have X-Tech Fabricator too, but we just got unlucky and didn't really hit any other sources of gem generation.
Yes, yours.
You know what?
Serve me, Rusty.
Doing this minimizes the amount of damage the opponent can put out. So that's exactly what I'll do.
Meet them head on.
Now that thing's a 0-1. It's still going to give everything pierce them. Or maybe not, because he is refraining from attacking with it. As it turns out, picking up the Mihira was a good decision, because right now it's really pulling its weight. I think it already killed about 2 of the opponent's units, and it's only getting better because it's buffing our entire board, and our hand is getting hit with twice the amount of buffs.
And I will take it as well.
Do you mind, opponent? Can you just stop, like, buffing your own board? It's really annoying for me.
Mercy and steel protects me.
Look at the size of the units I have in hand. Oh, we're at the point where we're at the point in the game where we're just in the driver's seat. Even though the opponent has a decent amount of cards in hand. I doubt he has something that's capable of dealing with this board or the units that I have in hand. Look at how big they are. Ooh, and another Mihira. With another Mihira we can hit the opponent for even more. Oh, I didn't realize the Mihira was going to take that much damage. That was my bad. It's fine. We'll probably end up killing the opponent this upcoming turn anyway. Yeah, you're buffing up your entire board, but it doesn't really matter when I can just deal this much damage.
Won't pass these walls. Not on my watch.
20 damage. Significant portion of it is elusive. Come on, opponent, clear my board. Why won't you do it? There you go. That's something that clears my board. But now you have to deal with a 47, 41, or I mean 48, 41. I guess we've been buffing up its attack by a whole lot. And game over. I'm betting that relic that gives everything overwhelm is very good with Kayle. At least when you reach this point in a run where you just buff units that buff other units that buff other units, and so you end up chaining massive unit after massive unit. It probably helps close out the game incredibly quickly. But we're not at that point yet. Augment, +1, +0 in Brash. Nah, we need something better. An unsummon draw spell. Honestly, that might not be that bad. The extra cards good. Ooh, Trifarian Might is just what we need to keep control of the board. 400. I'm not going to pick up something here just so I can go ahead and go for this upcoming shop. Hopefully I don't end up screwing myself by picking the harder fight, though I'm pretty sure that the other fight is the actually harder one. Solaris Shield Bearer. I can go it into Pel Cascade. This is of course if I don't hit a Mihira, which I didn't. Well, that clears the opponent's unit right away.
Unyielding light.
Neat. And that's 2 units from the opponent. And luckily none of my units have 5+ attack, so we can't really go for a clear.
Burn away, doubt.
The best I can do is just attack like so and hope the opponent blocks one of them. Good enough, I guess. I can drop down Kayle and strike something immediately. Yeah, I'll do that. Now he goes ahead and attack with his units, obviously. And he actually deals a whole bunch of damage. Didn't quite expect that, but I'm just going to draw 2 units in order to try to increase my odds of hitting a Mihira. Oh crap, I didn't realize I would overdraw the weapon. It's fine. We don't need the weapon. Because we get one anyway from the auto-equip effect. I'll take this turn to try to drop down the Keeper of the Box or the Divine Cleric. Actually, Divine Cleric might be better. Just like that, we kill ourselves immediately on summon. Then we can go ahead and do this to maximize the amount of healing. There, we have established our board presence, and we're ahead on resources, and Kayle levels up on summon. Everything's a-okay. We're actually going to win, even though I messed up a little bit at some point. Ooh, Inspiring Light twice. Incredibly frightening from the opponent. If only I didn't have an answer to it. Imagine spending 2 mana to give something +2/+2 when I can just not do that and instead buff up our entire board by much cheaper. I'm not even going to buff up the Kayle. It doesn't even matter at this point. Game over. Now Viego might be a little bit more problematic just because he starts off with a Viego on board. But even then, there's no guarantee that's actually good enough to beat us. Chilling Prophecy, nah. Fixer-upper, yep. That's just a permanent +3/+3 on something every turn. Referring Assessor is tempting to draw more cards, but I don't think we need it. Most of the time it will end up overdrawing us anyway. Just move along. I guess I'll cut the Gift Giver because it's the weakest link in our deck. The gem is not really putting in much work. So I'd rather have the consistency of hitting one of our other cards instead. Let's toss this. I'll keep the Shield Bearer, because I can play it on the first turn and hit something right away. Ooh, I can drop down the Mihira right away. Mihira, Divine Cleric. Sounds like a plan. Just like that, Viego is a itty-bitty threat. Oh, I can actually kill it in the first turn. Neat. And I'm pretty sure I just win from this position, because now I just go ahead and buff up my units by a whole bunch every turn. Look at how big Kayle is. The Keeper of the Box is an 8/6 right now. And I'm healing every turn, so it's not like I'm ever at risk of losing, because the opponent just swings and kills me with an unexpected amount of damage. Ooh, you're killing my Kayle. How sad. If only that were relevant. Just like that, the opponent has run out of board. Meanwhile, I have 3 units on board and my units in hand are getting ever bigger every turn. Okay, yeah, that's a good decision. I think it's about time you start going ahead and using your removal on my regular unit instead of saving it for my champions. Because otherwise you might be a little bit screwed, opponent. Honestly, I'll just pass the turn, let him attack whatever he wants here. My Mihira has regeneration, so he needs to kill it in 1 turn. Otherwise, there is no point. Ooh, how lucky for the opponent, he got some lifesteal unit. And there it goes. Ruination. Okay, now that might just do it. Unfortunately for the opponent, however, I have a 42-33 attack unit in hand, so I can just end the game like so. That was quite something. We started off incredibly rough, but by the end we were just dropping massive unit after massive unit. I suppose that's the strength of this deck, specifically of Kayle. The longer the run goes, the better it gets actually. So yeah, that will be it for today. Hold on, let me just see what I get for the reward. It's not it obvious. This is not it obvious. There we go. Come on, it's a diamond. Reliquary vault. Okay, more Kayle fragments, as if I didn't just complete a Kayle run. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Till then.